Hello, how are you students? Now today we are taking the new topic speed, velocity, average velocity in the standard 9 science chapter 8 motion. Now last time we have taken the path length and the displacement, in which path length is given by the total distance covered by the object and the displacement is the change of the position of the object, that is the final position minus initial position. Today we are taking the new quantity, that is the speed and the velocity. Now speed, you can see so many objects, they are moving in our day-to-day life. You can see also the wildcat is running in the jungle, so we can say that this is the speed here. Speed is known as the distance upon time. Speed is given by the total distance covered by the object in the given time interval. So the speed is taken as the distance upon time in general. Speed is the scalar quantity, that means it has only magnitude, not the direction. So speed is also given by the path length upon the time. So the unit of the speed is given by the meter per second or centimeter per second. Another concept we are taking, that is the velocity. Velocity is the displacement upon time. So velocity, it has a direction as well as magnitude. Direction as well as magnitude or the value. The speed has only value, not direction. Another concept about the motion that we are taking as a uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So now let us take uniform motion. What is the uniform motion? If the object covers the equal distance in the definite time interval, then this type of the motion is known as the uniform motion. In the case of the non-uniform motion, the object does not cover the equal distance in the definite time interval, then that type of the motion is known as the non-uniform motion. We can define non-uniform motion if object does not cover equal distance in definite time interval. Then the motion is known as the non-uniform motion. We can take the example day-to-day life. Events. Generally, day-to-day life events are taken as the non-uniform motion. In other way, if you are taking the particle or the object cover, suppose the distance from A to B to C and D. Here the distance AB, BC and CD are equal distance D, and the particle started motion from the A point, reached to the B, C and last it reached to the D point. It takes the time T during the AB, again take the time T during the BC, and again take the time T during the CD. So in this we can say that the object covered the equal distance in the equal time interval. Then the motion is known as the uniform motion. In the non-uniform motion, suppose if you are taking this particle, start its motion from the A and reach to the B. Here the distance is D, D and D, but it takes the different time. During AB it takes the time T1, during BC it takes the time T2, and during CD it takes the time T3. Here T1 is not equal to T2 is not equal to T3. So this type of the motion is known as the non-uniform motion. Now again comes to the concept of the speed and the velocity. Generally the speed is given by the distance upon time or the path length upon time, and the velocity is given by the displacement upon time. But if you take the two concepts, uniform motion, non-uniform motion, then in this type of the motion we can also describe the speed and the velocity. So now if you are taking the uniform motion, in that case the speed, the effective speed is given by average speed. So in the uniform motion, if you are taking the different speeds, then that different speeds are equal speed, their values are equal. Then in that case the effective speed in the uniform motion is given by the average of the speed. Suppose the object start its motion from the A point, reach to the B point, reach to the C point, and last it reach to the D point. During AB its speed is V. During BC again its speed is V. During CD its speed is the V. So here we can say that the V1 is equal to V, V2 is equal to V, V3 is equal to V, and the distance AB, BC and CD, this distance are equal distance. Let us take it is the D, D and D. So in this case we can say that average speed is given by average of the speed, that is the V1 plus V2 plus V3 upon 3, and that is you will get, it is, suppose V1 is equal to V dash, V2 is equal to V dash, V3 is V dash, then in that case we can take 3 V dash upon 3, that is the V dash. So this is the case of the uniform motion. Now the effective speed in the case of the non-uniform motion is not taken as the average of the speeds. Okay, so here now we are taking the another example of the average speed in the case of the non-uniform motion. Now in the non-uniform motion, here if you are taking the particle start its motion from the A point, B point, C point and the D point, then here the distance is given by the D1, AB is equal to D1, BC is equal to D2 and CD is equal to D3. The time taken by the particle is given by the T1 during the AB, distance covered. During the BC distance covered, the time interval is T2, and during the CD distance covered, the time interval is given by the T3. So here average speed is given by the average V. Now it is not the average of the different speed during the AB, BC and CD distance. So average speed is given by total distance covered by object upon total time interval taken by object. So here the average speed is given by distance d1 plus d2 plus d3 upon time interval t1 plus t2 plus t3. You can also extend this equation as the distance is added, d1 plus d2 plus d3 up to so n dn upon t1 plus t2 plus t3 up to tn. So here this is we are taking as a general equation. This is the general equation of the average speed in the non-uniform motion, in this non-uniform motion. Now we can take the one example to explain this situation. In the textbook there is a one exercise. In that exercise we can take the example number 3. Exercise question 3, page number 112. Now in this example what is given? Abdul, while driving to school, compute the average speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour. Abdul, while driving to school, Abdul, while driving to the school, means he goes from home to the school. Let us take H and here is the S. When he goes from home to the school, his speed is 20 km per hour. We can say that V1 is 20 km per hour. Now, on his return trip, along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 km per hour. When he returns from school to the home, as the traffic is less, so his speed is become greater and the speed is given by the 30 km per hour. So in this case, what is the average speed for Abdul's trip? What is the average speed? Average speed is what? So here we cannot say that average speed of the Abdul trip is V1 plus V2 upon 2, because here from home to the school there is a more traffic, so his speed is 20 km per hour, and from school to home, as the traffic is less, velocity or the speed is greater and become the 30 km per hour. So this is the case of the non-uniform motion. So now, as we have stated earlier, average speed is given by the total distance upon total time interval taken by the object. So here we can say that average speed is d1 plus d2 upon t1 plus t2. So here we have d1, d2 same. d1 is equal to hs is equal to d2. Let us take it is equal to d. Now T1 and T2 are not given, but we can write from the V1. So V1 is equal to D1 upon T1. That means D1 barabar V1 T1. Another case, V2 is equal to D2 upon T2. This implies we can write D2 is equal to V2 into T2. So V1 T1 is written as 20 T1 and V2 T2 is written as 30 T2. Now here the time interval is given by T and total time is given by the T1 plus T2. So as D1 is equal to D2, D1 is equal to D2 here, we can write 20 T1 is equal to 30 T2. What is our main aim here? To find out the T1 and T2 in terms of the distance d. To obtain the equation T1 and T2 in terms of the distance d. So here 20 T1 is equal to 30 T2. That means we can write T1 is equal to 30 upon 20 T2. That means it is the 1.5 T2. 3 by 2 T2. It is the 1.5 T2. So T1 is equal to, this is the T1. Now T is equal to T1 plus T2. So we can write it is 1.5 T2 plus T2. So T is written as 2.5 T2. So the time interval is, total time interval is given by 2.5 T2. Now here we are using the same equation, average V is equal to D1 plus D2 upon T1 plus T2. As D1 is equal to D2 is equal to D, here we can write it is the twice D, or we can also write it is the D1 plus D1 or D2 plus D2. So it is written as the twice D2 also, because D1 is equal to D2 is equal to D. Remember this. And T1 plus T2, that is the total time. T barabar T1 plus T2, and it is the 2.5 T2. 2 D2 upon 2.5 T2. So here we can write it is 2 upon 2.5 D2 upon T2. D2 upon T2 is V2. So 2 upon 2.5 into V2 is 30. So we can write it is 600 upon 25. So it is 24. It is the 24 kilometer per hour. So the answer of the average speed is average V is equal to 24 kilometer per hour. So the Abdul's trip, its average speed is given by 24 kilometer per hour. If you take it as a uniform motion, which is wrong, but if you consider it as a uniform motion, and if you take the average speed as a v1 plus v2 upon 2, then your answer will be wrong. In that case, average V is become V1 plus V2 by 2, that is 20 plus 30 by 2, 50 by 2, and it is the 25 kilometer per hour. But right answer is what? 24 kilometer per hour. So by this example, we can understand that in non-uniform motion, the average speed is not the average of the speeds given. Average speed is given by total distance covered by the object upon total time interval taken. So this is the one example which explains the non-uniform motion's average speed. Another example now we are taking, that is question number 2. Now let us take the question number 2. In the question number 2, Joseph jogged from one end A to the other end B of the straight 300-meter road in 2 minutes 30 seconds and then turns around and jogs 100 meter back to the point C in another 1 minute. So here Joseph, we can take this is the A point, here is the B point. He covered this distance in the given time interval and the distance AB is 300 meter. Time taken by him is 2 minutes 30 seconds. T1 is equal to 2 minutes 30 seconds, and then turns around and jogs 100 meter back to the point C in another 1 minute. He turn around and he reach at the C point. The BC distance is given by 100 meter and time taken by him is 1 minute. What are Joseph's average speed and velocity in jogging from A to B and from A to C? A to B. What is the average speed? What is the average velocity? And from B to C, A to C, from A to C, again what is the average speed and average velocity? So here first of all we are writing the total time during A to B. The total time interval taken by it is 2 minutes 30 seconds. It is the 150 second. 120 plus 30, 150 second. And T2 is 1 minute 60 second. So now we are taking the average speed 1 A to B. Average speed, now average speed is given by the distance, total distance upon total time. So the total distance is AB upon T1. So it is given by 300 upon 150. So average speed is 2 meter per second. Average velocity is displacement upon time. So here displacement is also AB and the time is T1. So it is again 300 upon 150 So it is the 2 meter per second. So we can say that during A to B, the average speed and average velocity are having the same magnitude. Now during the A to C path, during A to C path, first average speed is given by total distance upon total time, and it is the AB plus BC upon T1 plus T2. So average speed is given by AB plus BC 300 plus 100 400 upon T1 plus T2 150 plus 60 210. So it is the 40 by 21, around we can say 1.92 meter per second, 1.92 meter per second, 40 by 21 meter per second. And average velocity is given by displacement upon time. So displacement is AC, that is the C minus A, and it is the 200, 300 minus 100 AC upon T1 plus T2. So it is the 200 upon 210, so 20 by 21 meter per second. So this is the answer. Average speed in the case of A to C is given by 40 by 21 meter per second, and average velocity in the A to C is given by 20 by 21 meter per second. Now you can also solve the exercise question number 1 given in the textbook. Okay, thank you.